Welcome back to Slow Mode. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, joining me on live with Slow Mode. This is our 34th video on our live stream on YouTube. Thank y'all for joining in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you stop, like, and subscribe the video if you have a profile to do so. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, the topic at hand is why African-Moorish science. I can't even think of the title. That's bad. Why African-Moorish science isn't used in media today. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're just gonna go over a lot of things today. We got a lot of references. We got a lot of things to cover today. So thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all are new to our website, official website, we have a new live page up right now. If you look up here at the header, you got the watch live or the live on the menu navigation bar. And we also made a couple of updates for you guys to tune in to our previous lives and to basically live stream with us. Presently, we're still in the works, but we're getting this slowly together. Our team is getting it together, but yeah, make sure you check it out. Check out our previous lives. We cover a variety of vast knowledge of information. That's all available. We have all our previous lives uploaded on YouTube, so y'all can check that out. Yeah, we're gonna go over why African-Moorish science isn't covered on the media and receiving that much attention as it should be. So let's start with this video of Nick Cannon. Now, let me turn this down for you guys. Now, this video is of Nick Cannon, and this takes place on the show The View. Now, this comes on, or used to come on ABC network. But yeah, Nick Cannon faced a whole bunch of flack a couple of years ago. Nick Cannon was supposedly supposed to put out Dr. Savvy documentary, basically continuing the legacy of Nipsey Hussle and basically addressing how Dr. Savvy was able to cure AIDS and other various illnesses. And Dr. Savvy even showed proof of him going into the courts. Cannon was supposed to do a documentary, or is in the works of creating a documentary. It's currently 5 or 6 years past when he mentioned that the documentary would be created, but here we are today. And he also mentioned some about him wearing his turban or Moorish or African Moorish headdress, but he didn't go that much into detail, and he got cut off by the host of the show. So we're just gonna go over this, and this plays a significant role in slow mode because we create slow-moed Moorish portals using African Moorish wisdom and knowledge and science and everything from all over Africa and the history of Africa, and we incorporate it into our music videos, or portals, as I would say, using this ancient knowledge that's available to everybody and the mystical wisdom or esoteric knowledge behind it, and its deep roots of mystical philosophy, esoteric philosophy. So let's get into this video.
I see a lot of pictures of you in that turban. What is that about?
I mean, honestly, it's really about my culture. Yeah, in every I got it in every color. It's more about sovereignty, though. I mean, it allows me to represent my culture in a very standard way. It started off. I didn't want to do it for a fashion statement. It was something spiritually I was building, and then.
Isn't it a Sikh Indian?
Pay attention.
There is a Sikh element. There's a Moorish mentality to it. There's a lot of things that just about what the idea of what a turban represents. It's so unfortunate because today people are so intimidated by it and even scared of it. But ultimately, this was a sign of peace. This was a sign of security. The men in the Sikh faith were actually the people that helped the community.
Right.
When you saw a turban, like when you see a policeman with a badge, a turban represented that type of power and that sovereignty. That's what we want.
Unfortunately, a lot of people in this country misconstrue that. When they see these guys in turbans, they think it's ISIS or some. It's not. It's India.
And that's it. And it's so many cultures. I mean, it goes back to Africa. It goes back to the idea of just peace and what it represents. So I'll take on it. That's why I said I'll be that representative and help explain what this culture is all about.
Yeah.
Small business with
So Nick Cannon didn't really go over like the Moorish concept behind his headdress. It goes much deeper than Sikh Indians and etc. But it's basically African knowledge, African-Moorish knowledge. I want to go back to it. I was muted.
You in that turban. What is that about?
I mean, honestly, it's really about my culture. Yeah, I got it in every color. It's more about sovereignty, though. I mean, it allows me to represent my culture in a very standard way. It started off. I didn't want to do it for a fashion statement. It was something spiritually I was building, and then.
Isn't it a Sikh Indian?
There is a Sikh element. There's a Moorish mentality to it. There's a lot of things.
See, she tries to downplay it as Sikh Indian when it's Moorish. I've already addressed this in previous lives. Y'all can see that on our previous live streams on our official website and also on our YouTube page. But yes, basically glossing over it as Moorish, which is simply African. And let me go deeper into that. Right here, I have the book, Journey of the Songhai Empire. If y'all can see that. And Dr. Molefi Asante, he had basically gave his input on this book. I've been watching Dr. Molefi Asante as well. He recently had an interview with Edgar J. Ridley. Trying to go to the page. Session, I skipped over it. Oh, here we go. Dr. Molefi Asante, a foundational book, The Journey of the Songhai People, is a must reading for redemption orientation. So, if we go to, let me find the exact page for you guys, bear with me. Yeah, 85. It's not 85. 121. Just bear with me one moment. So like I stated in my last previous videos, on page 122 of this, it says, Mauritania is specifically where the blackamoors originated, and they did spread in the whole northern region of Africa. Eventually, black was dropped from blackamoor in northern Africa and Morocco in particular. All Muslim Arabs, mixed breeds, and Berbers are rarely regarded as Moors. The real African blacks, having had this, having even had, excuse me, having had even this name taken from them, must contend for recognition as Moors, like Africans and America must contend for recognition as Americans. So, excuse me, I'm looking for another reference here. So basically, these guys, which is Calvin Robinson, um, Redmond Battle, and Edward Robinson Jr., all three of these men who had contributed to this book, basically said that the original black Africans, which were in Mauritania, including Morocco, this is just my research as well, were basically regarded as Moors, and they had that name stripped from them. So Nick Cannon clearly said Moorish mentality, which is why he's wearing his turban. Now, mind you, the word Moor uh, is existed before the year 711 AD. So there's traces of the word Moor going back into um, 406 BC, which is uh, 900 to 1,000 years before the Arabs invaded northern Africa. Excuse me, I'm putting on getting the music continue going. But basically, there's a lot of confusion, and the media doesn't want to cover this information because you have the movements like the rise of the Moors. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. The rise of the Moors were basically a militia group, and I recently watched the video before, but let me see if I can bring it up. I don't even have it listed here, but basically they were saying the Moorishscience Temple of America was stating that the rise of the Moors was an offshoot of them. However, both of the groups had dark-skinned, swarthy people, it simply means Moor, according to English language. If you use etymology, so let's go here. Rise of the Moors. Now, Moor means dark-skinned, swarthy, North African, according to English etymology. Let me see if I can pull this up. I don't remember the exact video, but let's see. Hopefully, I can find it for you guys because the Moorishscience Temple, they were addressing it. But there we go. This one right here. Moorishscience Temple of America says Rise of the Moors created a great confusion. Now, let's click on this video because there is a lot of muddying the waters or confusion going on.
Here in Houston. Inside this workshop, you'll learn you don't need
even the Moorishscience Temple of America is infiltrated by
what if you could figure
liars,
out where Wall Street institutions
people sending misinformation.
so you can place trades and investments alongside them.
Excuse the internet speed.
It's all about locating their financial footprints. And that's
Oh no, what happened? Oh, that's not good. Excuse me. One moment, one moment. Oh man, it got rid of all of my previous I had Scarface. Okay. Do this. having technical difficulties. We've been running into a lot of problems. We're trying to get more subscribers. We need more people to subscribe to our channel so we can get things rolling. We can be able to get more information for you guys and be able to create more moorish portals for you guys on a quicker rate. But yeah, we got more slow-mo Moorish portals coming on the way. They're in the works. My schedule has been very busy. So I'm just going to address this. And I have another video to cover about the media not going over African-Moorish science. Why it's not covered. So this is CBS. The first video, which was on ABC.
The rise of the Moors, but that's causing some confusion and anxiety for another group, the Moorish Science Temple of America. As
Two different groups.
Investigator Cheryl Fiandaco shows us the Moors say the men have distorted their message. You're not prepared to tell me your name? More defiance in court from suspects in Saturday's highway shutdown that they face a judge in Malden on gun charges.
You are charged with 6 counts. Count 1 during.
So you see how he's dark-skinned and swarthy? That has nothing to do with Moorish Science Temple of America.
11 heavily armed men on Route 95 in Wakefield.
You see how he's dark-skinned? That's Jamal. That's the leader of the group.
They were on their
Dark-skinned and swarthy. It has nothing to do with Moorish Science Temple of America.
Sovereign citizens. We're not.
See, they're saying Moorish sovereign citizens.
The leaders of the National Moorish Organization in Atlanta, called Moorish Science Temple of America, founded in 1928, say they have nothing to do with the rise of the Moors, who they call
dark-skinned and swarthy.
It's almost like identity.
Dark-skinned and swarthy.
And they have created a great confusion. We just want to basically separate ourselves from the misguidedness of these individuals.
And setting the record straight, Moorish Science Temple of America says they follow the laws, have driver's licenses, pay
dark-skinned and swarthy. Tawny.
We are Americans. The prophets say we are Moorish Americans. We want you to know
Dark-skinned Americans.
Well, the members of
The Moorish Science Temple of America.
Were held without.
The Moorish Science Temple of America often use the phrase Moorish Americans. Now, this places them in this code by the FBI called the sovereign citizens, and they're basically able to put this distorted meaning on the Moors to where they call them sovereign citizens, but also the trolls or secret society members also take this information and they're able to basically call them sovereign citizens and basically muddy the waters and cause confusion to the blacks that don't understand what a Moor is. So the blacks that are calling themselves Black, African, Afro-American, colored, Negro, nigga, etc. The people that call themselves that, they don't have a nationality. They don't understand what the Moors are, what it means according to English, and the age of the word and how far it goes back in history before the 7-11 when the Moors went to Spain and conquered Spain. They don't understand the prehistory of 7-11 and the root of the word and how it applies to dark-skinned and swarthy people. Now, lighter-skinned people like this lady right here, she would be considered tawny or tawny Moor. Tawny basically means tan skin. Now, we have understanding that Homo sapiens sapien, which is modern human, originated in the continent of what we call Africa. The spiritual name of that continent is called Alkebulan. Now, every human being can trace their DNA, which is genetics, back to southeast Ethiopian woman named Omo 1. Now, this is recorded, documented in anthropology and biology, or biology and history. And there's various scholars to touch on that topic. So I'm just basically clearing this up. Now, they're not going to say this on these news media outlets. They're not going to, well, they might in the future, depending if they want to be honest with the humans that are living on the planet in the year 2025. Now, with my channel, we're espousing this knowledge because we have the understanding we're not censored by sharing misinformation. Basically, we want to shed light on this topic and get to the root of these issues so that we can solve these problems. I'm going to head to Facebook right now and show you another video. Unfortunately, the tab got closed. Not this video. Don't mind this. I'm trying to go to the search engine. For some reason, I can't find this video on... let's go back. I can't find it on YouTube for some reason. Facebook search. But yeah, subscribe to our channel. We need all the help we can get. We're charging up our spirit bomb to take down tyranny. So we need all the help that we can get. It's not letting me search. No. I'm trying to go search engine. Rapper Scarface, if y'all are familiar with Scarface, I went over this in the previous live stream, one of my previous live streams. I'm not logged in, so I can't. Bear with me. Let's see if I can pull it up. It's on the Ghetto Boys Reloaded. Let's see if I can pull it up there. Scarface. I don't know the exact title of the video, but here we go. Willie D, here we go. So this is
Wait a minute. So here I'm considered African American, correct? Yeah. That's what they say. That's what they say. I mean, it's possible. It's impossible for me to be. No, I'm a Moor. Like I'm different. You see what I'm saying? Like it's impossible for me to be the oppressed and the oppressor. See what I'm saying? Like me, you calling me an African American? Yeah.
See how Willie D is saying, "Give me some, boy. Give me some, boy. Give me some, boy." So Willie D already understands.
Grammarly helps you start
Willie D already understands the history of the Moors.
in just a few clicks. It's simple, fast, and
Wait a minute. No.
Willie D already understands the history of the Moors. That's why he daps up Scarface. Scarface stutters like 5 times to say that he's a Moor. Of course, this isn't a big media platform, but you know, like these are 2 big rap artists according to their times and everything. They have a large influence of people. So we need you guys' support to help us out. Subscribe, buy our merchandise. We're using Moorish African science to create portals fashion, blogs, and various other endeavors that we plan to incorporate into our business. So share with your associates, friends, family, etc., so that they can get hip to some things that are occurring for the first time in human history according to the year 2025. So let me go to our official Twitter page. Official Twitter page or X page at SLOWMOED 420. There was a tweet that I saw earlier by this. Hopefully, X allows me to go and do my thing so I can show you guys. It looks like it's gonna. Dang it. See if I can log in. Can't have y'all looking. Hold up. One moment. Bear with me. Bear with me. Damn, if I remember it. Oh my goodness. Can't remember it. All right, got it. All right, all right. Thank you for sticking with me because I barely signed in. So I wanted to show y'all this. This is our official X page at SLOWMOED 420. There's this X page. There's these troll X pages where they repost misinformation. Here's his name. I went over his page the last live stream. So his name is Coop at Coop3Big. He shares a lot of misinformation, and on this post, he says, "We were already here. America is Morocco." So this guy right here at Coop3Big, he's retweeting moorishsciencetemple of America misinformation. So, having already explained to you guys that Africa is the origin of humanity, and every African came out of there, and already discussed the dark-skinned, swarthy people, according to English language, which I'm communicating right now, meant more, according to English etymology, which is the origin and original meaning of words. So there was a comment that he had posted underneath his video. This guy right here. So he put this comment here, and we're just gonna look at this video.
Shelby County, Tennessee, Egypt, BC 2170 through AD 1897. They recreated history and passed a law to take it overseas. What was here? Okay, look, Congress' right to create. Note, Great Pyramid in Egypt, the people used it in time to take it overseas, right? Sectional plan of the pyramid prepared for society, right? The Great Pyramid of Egypt especially prepared for the life of auxiliary society, this institute. So they used this to recreate history, bro. Crushed it and took the remains and took it overseas. Okay, check this out. Let's work on the floor plan for this intersection. For the first order comes the grand gallery. The grand gallery had to be placed agreed upon by Smith and he took the means of sets of triangles. trying over and over again. Congress right to create the whole war overseas, like in Africa, Hispania, Spanish. They created the whole Punic War, man. The Roman Republic versus the Carthaginian Empire from 2064 BC to 146 BC. That's
Hold up. He said that clearly says 264 BC to 146 BC. He just said 2064 BC. I don't know who this guy is, but this Twitter account, Coop3 Big, retweets imbeciles like this guy from TikTok accounts without proper scholarship.
Alexander the Great and all that. It happened in America, but they took it over there. What's the Carthaginian?
So this guy right here, whoever this guy is, who's been retweeted by this YouTube channel, just said that the Carthaginians were fighting in America and then took it to Africa. I don't know what type of sense that makes, but okay, let's continue.
Indian Empire located in North Africa. But they're not going to say Egypt. They're not going to say Memphis, because then you would know. You would know that it didn't happen over there, that it happened over America. So look, Congress right to create.
What is this guy talking about? He said that the Carthaginian and Punic Wars happened in America, right? Okay, so I have a book here. It's called Carthage, A History by Serge Lancel. Now, Serge Lancel, I believe he is a professor, and he has doctors in anthropology. Yes, anthropology. I've showed this book previously, but I just wanted to show you guys. There's basically Egyptian style statues found in Carthage, or nowadays Tunisia. Now these statues are preserved in Palermo, which is Sicily, Italy. Now, if you look at this statue, this looks just like Ptah. The same as the Oscar award, etc. It's the same shape. And it says figure 7, the Ptah from Cadiz, National Archaeological Museum, Madrid. And there's all types of pottery and Egyptian style glyphs that are found all throughout Carthage. So how could the Americas have this type of art? We already know that the Olmecs had African DNA. According to Dr. Ivan Van Sertelman's book, they came from Columbus, which basically debunked the Columbus discovering America myth. So I don't understand what this guy is talking about. Look at these glyphs. These are called tophets. Tophets. These were put on the graves of the I believe some of the deceased, and some of these tophet stones were placed over the sacrifice, or so they say, sacrifice children. But according to this book, they don't know if the children were sacrificed or burned, or that they were already dead and then burned their bodies and put into basically jars and put on the ground, and then the tophets were placed on top of them, and pottery was placed in the graves, and they layered it on like a cake for centuries, and basically stacked it over, laid it over, so that there would be history there. The same thing can be said according to the book Black Genesis, I believe the history of ancient Egypt, by Robert Bauval and Thomas Brophy, PhD, where they said that at Nabta Playa, they found various sites where, under one of the sites in Libya, where the monoliths were, they found cow bones, and it was layered on top of the site where the monoliths were set up. So this is all available. I can pull it up and can pull it up in my tablet, but to save time, let's continue with the video. Since whoever this guy says, whoever he is, it says that
They retook what they found in America and took it over there in those temples and took it over there. They rebuilt that stuff over there for movies, comics, right, to create. Look, they was drawing the whole plan out, y'all. And they got it from here in Memphis and other zoos too that are really temples. And recopied everything and took it over there. We already in Egypt. This Kentucky. All Kentucky, Illinois, and all of this stuff. This Memphis, they've been found to Sphinx. You see any saying? Kentucky, Louisville, Illinois, Arkansas, Mississippi, all that shit was Egypt, man. All of it was Egypt, y'all. And it was called a preface, introduction to a book.
Hold up, man. Like, this dude right here, I don't know who this dude is. He's sharing misinformation. He don't know where language come from. He don't know where the alphabet come from. He don't know where Homo sapien come from. And for some reason, he thinks that the name Memphis existed before ancient Egypt or before Kemet existed, which doesn't make any sense according to human history. But I don't know where he's getting this information from. I don't know if he's initiated in the secret society. I don't know if he's a part of an agency or something, but he's sharing misinformation on TikTok. And that's what the majority of these guys do, that repost this stuff, that don't provide evidence. The evidence that he's providing is based on Google, and he's connecting the dots with his mind, I believe, or some philosophy that he learned on YouTube or TikTok, for example. So that's my input on it. Obviously, this young man doesn't know where Homo sapiens come from, or doesn't even acknowledge scientific data. But that's what our channel or our business is here for, to disprove this tomfoolery, because that, in my opinion, that's basically muddy. This type of information is muddying the waters for the people that want to learn the true history and get the true knowledge of what's really going on and what the true meaning of things are. So, but like I said, these are some of the problems that the people that are in search for true knowledge will have to face, because these media sites will not cover this information. They'll keep trying to incorporate Moorish science, anything about African-Moorish history with sovereign citizen movement. Try and keep pushing African-Moorish science to a sovereign citizen movement or something else or whatever. Just make it seem like it didn't happen, or it's not related to the black people, or it's a cult or something made up, just to discredit African-Moorish science and African-Moorish origins of language, science, mathematics, history, knowledge, time, etc. So it's quite unfortunate. We need you guys that are listening to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, interact with our comment section, so that we can basically remove some of the games that are being played on the people that are aspiring for true knowledge. Right here, I have the book Othello's Children in the New World by Dr. Jose uh, V. Pimente Bay. And I wanted to go over. I'm thankful for Dr. Jose Pimente Bay, even though he is a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He shared some information in Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book, Golden Age of the Moor. In one of the chapters, he said that Diop Sheikh Anta Diop, let me get this right for the algorithm or the transcriptor, Sheikh Anta Diop or Sheikh Anta Diop. He had admitted that Sheikh Anta Diop had made a error in the etymology of the word Moor. And yes, here we go. So this is on page 26. Page 26. Take a screenshot if you can. Right there, those 3 stars. Basically, I'm going to go over this. So he says, Diop's assessment of the Moors is far too brief to offer sufficient insight into the origin and complex history of peoples identified by that title. Characteristically, Diop would analyze words and their significance, but in this case, he actually failed to address the etymology of the word Moor. So this is by Sheikh Anta Diop failing to address the etymology of the word Moor, I believe, in my personal opinion, due to his French, since he only spoke, not since he only spoke French, but since he was very fluent in French, he misinterpreted the etymology of the word Moor. And this has caused confusion to the people that went to study under him. So the older generation that are the Pan-Africanists and the various scholars like Molife Ashanti, Dr. Clyde A. Winters, Edgar J. Ridley, and etc., and multiple other scholars, they seem to have basically misunderstood the etymology of the word Moor and how it applies to the Black Africans, or the Black Americans today that don't have a nationality. So by them misunderstanding the etymology of the word Moor, this has basically caused great confusion. These are renowned scholars, but they're still in the limbo of linguistics and basically espousing that and understanding that, unfortunately. Now, I don't have a PhD, I don't have a master's, etc. I'm just like J.A. Rogers, Joe Augustus Rogers, if y'all can comprehend that. I'm basically like him. I'm self-educated. Well, not. I'm self-educated and book smart, but I can provide references for you guys to look for it on yourself. Do your research on yourself. I can provide videos and information that can be directed to you. We write blogs on our official website, slow-moed.com, and we have irrefutable evidence that can be researched with references and citations. So if you go to our official website and you go to our blog page, we got various blogs going over the various topics that I'm discussing with evidence from various books. These are things that won't be covered in the media today. These are key for the dark-skinned people calling themselves Black, and not only them, but for the humans all over the world, because we are all one race, according to anthropology, biology, and history. Homo sapiens sapien. However, there are some people that identify with, the planet Nibiru. If you go into uh, Moorish Science Temple of America or Moorish Science Temple Studies. Some people refer to Nibiru. Trying to show this. But yeah, check out our blog. Consequently, Moorish facts not known to the blacks. That's just one article detailing, showing evidence of the dark-skinned people calling themselves black connections to the Africans. Though the African Americans in the year 2025 have been severely miseducated on themselves due to um, implements of the Spanish Inquisition that took place 500 to 600 years ago, and also the Crusades. So there's a distorting of history to basically cut them off from African history, their African-Moorish history. There's a disconnect to try and cut off the Moorish connection to the Africans. So there's language barriers, there's linguistic problems, there's all types of problems. And our company basically espouses that, and we put that in our clothing, we put that in our fashion, we put that in our science that we're contributing to current day society with the use of African-Moorish science. Now, this isn't science fiction. We're doing the work, and we don't exactly have all the tools necessary to do it right now. We're not begging for change from anybody. We're basically asking for support to get knowledge to the people, because there's knowledge lacking in a multitude of multitude of areas, and it's the process can be much faster if these media sites that I've just showed, ABC, CBS, YouTube, these big platforms, these big accounts, etc., these celebrities, if they would just open their mouth and talk. Now there are let me skip this. There are things hindering these celebrities and these big platforms from espousing this knowledge to the public. Like I said earlier, there's these secret societies, there's these agencies, etc. And it's quite unfortunate that the blacks have to deal with this in the year 2025. So we're doing our best. We're playing our part by using African-Moorish science to create Moorish portals by the use of hip hop and art and music, simply to invoke drama. Like I said in Journey of the Songhai People, Dr. Edward Robertson Jr., he basically mentioned that the use of putting drama in the motion pictures would solve the problem, and connecting that with basically African, or the greatness of the Songhai and Kemetic Empire. Now, playwrights goes all the way back to ancient Kemet. I'm trying to find the quote. I'm just flipping through the book, but basically the problem would be solved by basically using African-Moorish science and connecting that with drama, since drama evokes emotion and is able to penetrate the subconscious mind like an arrow, so it could be better understood. And that's what we're basically able to transport you guys, transport your minds to perceptually take you to alternative realities and different universes with the use of African-Moorish science. and animation. Since the physical reality, the physical bodies are limited um, with the use of animation, we can take the minds to different locations. For example, look at my clothing. We can't physically get to Jupiter according to NASA and the other space agencies, but I can take you perceptionally there through the mind. But yeah, with all that being said, um, there's a I can go on for hours going over this subject, but with the unfortunate events of um, this society and the limits placed on our time, it's unfortunate that I'm not able to expound as much as I can in the amount of time given, unfortunately, due to this society's, like I said. But yes, so make sure y'all subscribe, comment on our videos, like, share our videos, check out our official website. Um, Make sure y'all guys read as well. Read um, African knowledge. There's various books on the subject. Um, I just showed y'all 3 books. Screenshot if you want to. We got more, but we're saving that for another video. Um, we we live stream every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and you'll be notified that our live is going on or when we release our slow-mo portals and our other videos that we plan to incorporate. We're nearing up on our 900 subscribers, so stay tuned. We're going to drop a special video uh, in the future in due time. So be looking forward to that. If you look at our previous, 800 subscribers, 700, 600 subscribers, we often do something special. And yeah, we plan to do that as well. And it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it, but we need y'all support. We're powering up the spirit bomb. Uh, we're gathering as much spiritual energy, which spirit simply means breath. We're gathering as much spiritual energy as we can. There's nothing superstitious or science fictionist fictitious in what I'm saying according to spirit. I'm not talking about ghosts. I'm not talking about outer body experiences. I'm talking about the art of breathing, which is the yogic philosophies going back to ancient Africa. But yeah, we need y'all support. We plan to make a trip to Dogon country in the near future. So hopefully, with you guys contributing to our growth, we can get some footage of that location, as well as research that'll take place there. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Look forward to our slow-mo moorishportals coming out in the future. We got some exciting content coming. And yeah, probably going to be ending this live stream within these next couple of minutes. So if you haven't done so, make sure you buy our merchandise. We got various items in our shop, our official website, www.slowmoed.com. You go to our shop. We've been making some updates for you guys, updating the shop whenever we can. I don't know if they got enough So check out our merchandise. We got all types of merchandise available in different colors. Support our brand, our magnetic decal, our shirts, our joggers, our can koozies, aprons. Maybe not this lab coat, not yet, but we plan to incorporate that as well for you, for all you students or doctors. Yeah, check us out. Check out our merchandise. We got some exciting things using African-Moorish science, embedding it in our clothing. Um, yeah, it's for the people. We're for the people, and we plan to continue doing that. We plan to not share misinformation, and if we do share misinformation, we're welcome to address the problem and correct it to the best of our knowledge. So, like, I'm only human, so every human makes mistakes. Um, human means to err, which is basically errors. So we're all human. We all make mistakes, though. Some people tend to think that um, they are outside the human family. Now, to those people, I would say, please present your evidence. And if you can't present your evidence, I don't know. So that's basically where we're at. You know, present evidence. Because facts can change, according to Dr. David Inhotep, or Dr. David Jones, author of The First Americans Were Africans. But yes, y'all continue to support us. We continue to keep espousing knowledge and presenting facts to you guys. And I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for checking us out, giving us our watch time. And I will catch you guys next Wednesday. So at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, make sure y'all tune in. And I will see y'all then. More Moorish portals on the way. Let's get back to work. Deuces.